Hey family, this is Lady Wisdom. And I used to have a dear friend that used to say everything that happens to you in your life prepares you for the current season of your life. So, whatever it is that may have occurred in your life, be it positive or negative, you have gained something from it, some lesson, some strength, something that you have come through that has prepared you for the current season of your life. And I want you to be encouraged. This is Lady Wisdom, and make sure you stay connected with my journey with Paula G across all platforms. Until the next time, embrace the journey. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my journey with Paula G. I am your host, Paula G, where we are juggling this journey called life while we're all walking in the gifts and the talents that God has given us. Thank you all so much for joining us. If this is your first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. I so appreciate you becoming part of the family of Journey Embracers. Yes, that's you. And for those of you who are returning, thank you so much for continuing to join us for each and every episode because, I always say time is precious. It is the one thing you cannot get back. So for you to think it not robbery to spend some time with us is really, really appreciated and we love you for it. Thank you so very much. Also, we want to give a shout out to our underwriters. We appreciate your support as well. For you are the ones that support us in a manner in which we can provide this programming. And if you're interested in becoming an underwriter, you have a business, product, or service, you're looking to gain exposure, you can email us, jerryvoicelive@gmail.com or paula@paulagvoice.com. Put underwriting opportunities in the subject line and we will follow up with you. Also, stay connected with me across all platforms. Paula G Voice. Like, share, subscribe. My website is paulagvoice.com. You can find out about my print modeling career, my voiceover, my books, and radio, some past radio shows that if you want to listen to those as well, you can see all of that on my website as well. And I just appreciate each and every one of you. We've been doing this for a while, and we're just grateful that we can continue to do so. So, what I want to talk with you about today, I want to talk to my peers today. I think I mentioned this in one of the other episodes, but at the time of this particular recording, I have recently become eligible and approved for Medicare. Who would have thunk it? And I've at one point I've really been kind of feeling some kind of way because it just sheds light on the fact that I have now reached this particular milestone in my life and I started to reflect on the years past, my 20s, my 30s, my 40s, my 50s, reflecting on each one of those decades and recalling some of the good times and the challenging times during each one of those decades, what I learned from those experiences and how I've been able to apply the lessons that I've learned over the course of the years, and how I am now in this season of retirement, if you will, as many of us who are labeled baby boomers are in that season where we are beginning to retire. And some may say, or some may think, a print model. I know you said something about modeling, but you're too old to model. You can't model. That's for the young girls. Who wants to see an older model? Well, apparently a lot of people do because the baby boomers, which makes up a large population of individuals, and these were babies born during wartime, World War I, World War II, and so there's a large population of us that are now on the threshold of retirement. And because we are on that threshold of retirement, some are in the position now that they can travel whenever they want to travel, if they want to go on cruises, or maybe they've never had a timeshare and they want a timeshare, who knows? They're looking to engage in leisure activities, leisure wear, all of these things, insurance, all of these businesses, products and services are now, courting the baby boys that are on the threshold of retiring. Therefore, the need arises for models, print models, commercial models who look like, resemble, or the same age, can relate to the consumer whom which the business product or service is trying to reach. So therefore, you have now a rise in older adult models or mature models, that you may see that term, who are being hired to help promote these particular products, whether it's a vacation or golf clubs or a cruise or insurance or whatever it may be, leisure wear, whatever it may be. So so therefore, those who said, "Oh, in my younger years, I wanted to be a model, but now it's too late. I'm too old." No, it's not. You can still do it. What am I getting at with all of this? Is that who says you have to retire? Perhaps, yes, you're retiring from that 9 to 5. You did it 20, 30, 40 years, however long you did it. And in your mind, you're thinking, okay, now that I'm retiring, I'll be home every day and I get up and read the newspaper, drink coffee, and, walk around the house, play with the dog, whatever. Okay, if that's what you desire to do, have at it. But who says you have to retire? Who says you have to sit home? Why can't you begin yet another career? Why can't you begin a second career? Why can't you regroup, look at some of those forgotten dreams, see which ones are still feasible to fulfill? Okay, so maybe you wanted to be a pro basketball player, and at age 60 something, that's off the table. But can you coach basketball? Can you, if your previous career was in some form of public speaking, something that you did along that nature, maybe you can be a commentator for basketball, or a sports writer for basketball. There's some other areas that you maybe can consider, and still fulfill that dream or that desire, to some degree. I've always wanted to, play a particular instrument. You can start taking lessons. We don't have to shrivel up and go out to pasture. I feel, I won't say more vibrant than I did in my 20s, 30s, or 40s, but more vibrant than I thought I would in my 60s. The exercising, taking care of yourself, eating properly, all of these things can add to longevity, reducing your stress. My goal, let me tell you what my goal is. My goal is to have to take as little medication as possible. Some of you got a whole shoebox of, you do. Some of you got a whole shoebox of medication. And half of that medication could be preventable if you changed your diet, your exercise, and you drank water. You might be able to eliminate some of that stuff. Some of that stuff, of course, we can't. We may have ailments or what have you, we can. But some of it we can by just changing our lifestyle, getting more active. In one of the previous episodes, I was showing you all, some basic, simple exercises that you can do to stay active and to keep your body going. These are things that we can do to have a youthful attitude. And when I say youthful attitude, I mean, I've um, had some episodes before we were talking about conversation in between our ears and getting out of our own head, and being told that something, we're too old for this or we're too old for that. You gotta shed all of that stuff out of your head. I wake up every day and I feel energized. I go work out, I'll jog, run, I'll, you know, go engage in things that I am interested and engaging in and starting some new things. There's some projects and some things that I'm considering starting. So if you're thinking, oh, I'm retired now, it's over, I can't do anything. Oh, you're so wrong. You can. You can. And we're going to talk a little bit more about it on the other side of the break. If you're just joining us, this is My Journey with Paula G. I'm your host, Paula G. And we're talking about the baby boomer population. It's not too late. You can pick up some of those forgotten dreams. Maybe you might have to make some adjustments, but now's the time to start the second career and work in your passion. We'll be back in a few moments. Hey, family, this is Lady Wisdom. And I used to have a dear friend that used to say, everything that happens to you in your life prepares you for the current season of your life. So, whatever it is that may have occurred in your life, be it positive or negative, you have gained something from it, some lesson, some strength, something that you have come through that has prepared you for the current season of your life. And I want you to be encouraged. This is Lady Wisdom, and make sure you stay connected with My Journey with Paula G across all platforms. Until next time, embrace the journey. Welcome back to My Journey with Paula G, where we are juggling this journey called life while we're walking in the gifts and the talents that God has given us. Thank you all so much for continuing to embrace the journey. I call you all my journey embracers because of that. You have embraced the journey, and you all are juggling your journey called life while you're walking in your gifts and your talents. And I want to hear about how you are juggling your journey. Email me, paula@paulagvoice.com. Tell me a bit about your journey, and perhaps I can share it with your permission. Perhaps I can share it, a little bit of it, with our audience. But yeah, reach out and let me know how your journey is going. But I want to give a shout out as well to our underwriters. Without our underwriters, we would not have the ability to provide this programming. So we really, really appreciate our underwriters. And if you have a business, product, or service and you're looking to gain exposure in front of an audience, you can email jerryroycelive@gmail.com or paula@paulagvoice.com. Put underwriting opportunities in the subject line. Speaking of Jerry Royce Live, let's give him a shout out. Thank him so much. He is our producer, the mastermind behind the TV talk show, My Journey with Paula G. A vision from his foundation of faith, a vision from God about starting a program, creating a television show about people's journey and utilizing their gifts and talents. So we thank you so much for that. And we want you too, Jerry. We appreciate you as well to continue to embrace your journey. Make sure you like, you share, you subscribe, Paula G Voice across all platforms. The website is paulagvoice.com. My books, radio, television, voiceover, modeling, all of that, merch, all of that is there. So make sure you check it out and let me know what you think. Okay, so before the break, we were talking a little bit about baby boomer reload. We've reached a point in our lives, some of us, where we are at retirement age. And some of you may have figured it out and you're like, hey, I'm good. But some of you are like, I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of my life. I've been working at whatever job for 40 something years, and now what do I do? That job, whatever it was all I knew how to do, or all I did, or all I know, and I think, that's something to be to share with those of you who are coming up, to not make your job your life. Because there are some of us, I've spoken with some of my peers, and there are some of us that have reached this point in life. All they did was go to work, come home, eat, go to sleep, maybe watch some television, maybe go to church on Sunday, maybe go visit family from time to time, but that's it. And now you're finding yourself 40 years later with no hobbies or no particular interests, or not having the knowledge of, different hobbies or different things of interest, or things that you can do at leisure, or things that you would enjoy, because you either never had the opportunity or never took the opportunity. It could be one or the other, because sometimes you don't have the opportunity, depending on what your lifestyle is, or sometimes you have it, but you just didn't take the opportunity. Whichever it is, no judgment. You find yourself in your mid 60s, and you're healthy, you're in good health, your family, you may be married, you and your spouse may be empty nesters, or you may be single, but it's like, I'm good, I'm healthy, I have this energy, I can do something, but I don't know what to do. I encourage you to begin to think back. Number one, begin to think back to when you were younger, before that heavy work life, consistent work life started, or maybe sometimes throughout. You might have thought, 30 years ago, oh, I would love to be an artist, but I don't have time. I got to work. I need that sure paycheck. Think back to those times. And think back, is there anything that you have always wanted to do but didn't have the time to do it? Think about that particular thing. Can I still do it? Do I have to make modifications to it? And by that, I mean, I gave an example previously in regard to, maybe you always wanted to be a pro basketball player. Okay, well, maybe at 60 some years old, that's not going to happen. But you can still be close to basketball. Can you coach basketball? Can you be an announcer, a commentator? Can you be a referee? You still can be close, you still can be close to basketball in some way. So is it something that you've always wanted to do? Perhaps in this season of your life, you cannot do it in the capacity that you had always dreamed, but perhaps there's another capacity that you can do it in, that you can begin to do it in. Some of us have worked all of these years, and now we find ourselves, 40 years later, we went to a job and we did certain things, and that's just what we did. And now, we're on the other side of these careers, and we're realizing how far technology has come. And we don't have a clue as to how to operate any of that. There are classes, there are programs. I'm not promoting or endorsing any particular one, but there are classes, there are programs, there are organizations. One that hits you when you turn 50. Y'all know which one I'm talking about. That hits you when you turn 50. They have classes and videos and things that you can watch and view to help you. You can go on some of these social media platforms. You can watch a YouTube video on how to, or several of them if you need to, on how to just that, how to start whatever. There's a plethora of there's always the library. There's always the library. You can Google. There are these different resources that you can use to learn and find out the information that you need to find out, to learn what it is that you are desiring to do in this particular season of your life, and you can go for it and do it. I've seen so many people that have started a second career, um, from wanting to learn an instrument, to traveling, to painting, to podcasting themselves. Some have a podcast. Can you believe it? Some have a podcast. I always wanted to do a lot of hike, whatever it is. Look at whatever that thing is. Can you still do it at the level that you've always dreamed of doing it at? If you can, great, go for it, learn it, get trained in it, get knowledgeable in it, great. But if you have to modify it, like my basketball example, again, excuse me, learn, train, educate yourself on what it is that you need to do in order to fulfill that modified dream so you can live a vibrant life. We are in this day and age, we are living so much longer. because we're taking care of ourselves, we're eating better, we're exercising. Some of us, the rest of us need to. Eating better, exercising, drinking plenty of water, a positive mental health, mental mindset. We're not allowing those negative voices. We're getting out of our head. We're stepping out on faith. We're speaking positively to ourselves. So we are in a position that this is not the end of life. We could have another 30 years or so if we continue to take care of ourselves and stand on a strong faith-based foundation. We could have another 30 years. What is it will you do with the rest of your life, with the next 30 or so years? Find that thing that you have always wanted to do. Figure out to what degree that you can do it, and maybe some steps, and devise a plan to do so. Part of that may involve some sort of daily schedule, some sort of task list. Well, I have to, learn how to do this first. Maybe I have to get a certification in this, and maybe every day I have to practice this, and then maybe once a week I have to go out and do this in order to have this particular dream or whatever it is fulfilled. But I encourage you in your senior season of life to live life to the fullest, to flourish and embrace the journey. And we've come to the end of this journey. I hope you got something out of that. Thank you all so much for joining us. Our underwriters, we love you. Thank you so much. If you're interested in underwriting, Paula at paulagvoice.com, Jerry voicelive@gmail.com, underwriting opportunities in the subject line. Stay connected across all platforms, Paula G Voice, website paulagvoice.com. And remember, the greatest conversation you will ever have is the one that takes place in between your ears. What are you speaking to yourself? Is God a part of that conversation? And are you listening to his still small voice? Until next time, embrace the journey.
Yeah, yeah. Kingdom come to take over. Wisdom again. Crown of victory. Overflow and elevation. Cheerful jubilation. Joyous celebration. Sila.
This is my season. This is my time. Let your kingdom come. I take back from the enemy. All you said is mine. Let your will be done. I won't be shaken. I won't lose. This mountain before me, I command to move. This is my year of delivery. I'm marching onward to my victory. I'm stepping into my destiny. Your goodness, your mercy, your goodness and favor keeps opening doors for me. I'm not gonna look back, I am on the right track. It's my time to elevate. God, you brought me a long way to where I am today. It's my season to celebrate. What you say you'll do, you always do. God, you never lie. So I stand on your promises. I know I'm breaking through. I will testify. You're working behind the scenes, making all things anew for me. This day I choose. I'm moving forward in my dancing shoes. I'm stepping into my destiny. Your goodness, your mercy, your goodness and favor keeps opening doors for me. I'm not gonna look back, I am on the right track. It's my time to elevate. God, you brought me a long way to where I am today. It's my season to celebrate.
Yeah. We come to light up the place, brighten up the place with goodness and God with taste. We collaborate, uplift, motivate, and declare that God is great. Anticipate, congratulate, miracles accelerate.
my destiny. Your goodness, your mercy, your goodness and favor keeps opening doors for me. It's my season to celebrate.
Family, this is Paula G, aka Lady Wisdom, host of My Journey with Paula G. And I just want to share with you all that we are so excited because our reach is expanding. We are now presently in the Brooklyn, New York area, the Atlanta, Georgia area, the DMV, and we are growing. So if you're looking for exposure for your business, product, or service, you can reach out to jerryvoicelive@gmail.com or Paula at paulagvoice.com. Put underwriting opportunities in the subject line, and we'll be sure to follow up with you as we all continue to spread love, spread the word, and encourage each and every one of you to juggle this journey called life while we're walking in the gifts and the talents that God has given us. Until next time, embrace the journey.